My buddy Ryan had an old GT bike, like from a long time ago. That was his most pristine thing. And I remember he kept it that way. When I saw it, I was like, oh, hello, old friend. It wasn't even my bike.
It's not even your bike.
Tyke was like, oh, can I see? I'm like, get the away. This thing's worth more than your life.
Welcome back to Careful Boys. Today we're talking indeed about what is something that we fantasize about.
Oh, whoa.
Brother.
Something.
Because my brain went sexual, and then I'm like, I don't think that's what you mean.
Doesn't have to be. It can be.
I'll tell you a recent fantasy of mine,
Ooh, I'll tell you mine.
and it's not what you think.
I think it's about pornography.
See, that's what you think
okay.
about me.
Oh, my bad.
But I do have an innocent side, okay?
Really?
And the innocent side wants people to come together and have a feast together. And I want to cook. And I saw this.
Whoa.
There's this. There's this page that I follow, and he does these massive barbecue pits. So he welded his own like contraption, and it looks like Argentinian barbecue. You know how like they do like those big pits, and then they have those skewers and everything, and it's a huge setup, right?
Yeah, those things are cool.
Imagine like a trailer. You pull this thing up. You load this motherfucker up with charcoal. It looks like a big walking fire pit that you walk all over, right? And you just fucking put ribs, fucking ribeye, like everything, hanging fucking carne asada, all this stuff. And then you got fucking pineapples roasting, and it's just smoking. And there's like one dude in an overall, just like with a pitchfork working that shit. And I'm like, I want to do that, but I don't have enough people, and I need everybody to get there.
Yeah.
Because also I live in Hawaii now, so it's like...
I've been thinking, I don't want to say this, but it sounds crazy, but like, I've been seeing these guys drive, I've been driving around Pasadena. Sometimes these people will open up like a giant smoke pit.
Oh!
And they'll just park in front of a spot and sell barbecue. And I was like, dude, I'm going to do that one day, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sell it.
Have you guys seen the vids where like, of course you don't.
Come on, Joe, we got to sell it, dude.
I don't wanna
we got to sell it.
I want people...
Yeah, right,
You know what?
greedy.
It changes when you have to pay, like when someone's a stranger and there's a service. Your friends, completely different. Because no one's going to be like, my rib's too cold. It's your friend.
That's so true.
They'll say it later when they're gone, but they're not going to be like, excuse me.
Dude, I want to be a pit master. That's what I've been deep diving into like barbecue and like cooking meats and stuff.
Oh, bro.
And I'm thinking about like my front yard. I'm like, how am I gonna deck this place out?
Use the space.
Yeah, bro. Like to have a nice little smoker pit, you know, everything that I want. But it is one of those things where like I do catch myself just thinking about cooking equipment, shit that I don't even fucking need. I want a kebab grill.
Oh, what? You got great dreams.
You can just go like this.
I've been looking at Japanese coal because I got a little yakitori thing.
Yakitori, dude.
And I'm like, dude, these coals are like $200.
It is.
You got
for like a little fucking tiny
the
bag.
chicken, green onion, green onion. You get the little paintbrush.
And then paint the fucking.
A yakitori grill though is pretty reasonable in size.
Yeah,
that you could probably bust that out. Yeah.
You gotta get that special Japanese.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I've been barbecuing on my balcony.
We could do this shit here, you boys.
We can.
We can do it here. That'd be tight, yeah.
Dog, we don't need to get Uber Eats anymore. We just skewer some fucking meats.
That'd be a nice day.
Brother, what's healthier than
Have you
that?
seen the vid? Oh, go ahead.
Should we get like a stand, like a charcoal grill outside, and then for lunch we just put meat out there?
Honestly, we need to do this.
That would be sick.
We're trying to get out at like 10 p.m.
It won't take.
Remember we used to do that shit?
Bro, we get a rice cooker in the back.
Yep.
Yeah. We have our meats in the fridge. We prep it, whatever.
Yeah.
We put the chimney for the charcoal out. A couple minutes before we go to lunch. This is an easy setup.
Bart, where do you go? Where do you go after here?
What do you mean?
That you're in such a rush.
Yeah.
Go to bed?
Yeah, you go to bed. Oh, yeah.
So he could wake up at 4 o'clock and work out.
Yeah, because I'm saying Tyka's not in town.
Nope.
So like, you know,
That sounds great, man.
You know what I mean?
Kebab
it'd
too.
be sick. Have you guys seen the vids of the? They got like a bulldozer and they put that shit. They put the front thing down and they like raise it above some coals And they use it as a grill.
Yeah.
No, man.
I've seen them make the biggest pizza ever with like construction
saw that
equipment,
shit.
and they took like a what do they call it? Like a steamroller, just to flatten out the dough.
Oh,
And
shit.
they made like a giant pizza.
Oh fuck.
No
that's
way, it's
crazy.
good.
Did they eat it?
They did eat it.
I know,
I'm thinking about the tire, dirt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No way to sanitize that much surface area, is there?
They said they did, but
It looks sus, but it also looks like it's covered in meat.
it looks fun. It looks fun just for the experiment.
We had a crab boil when
I'm
David
jealous.
came by. We used our new shrimp daddy sauce and mix and everything, and like we didn't know how it was gonna go because we never tasted it yet. But it was fucking bomb, man. And I was like, man, how can I recreate this? Like that's the hard part. Is like I have so many different pockets of friends now in different cities, and I'm like. But I want to bring them all together.
You're so cool, dude.
And I can't pay for everybody's plane ticket.
I was gonna say you just got to pay for everybody's plane ticket.
I had a solution, but you just shot it.
But how?
Train tickets.
But how do we do that? And how do we do it often? I think that's the thing. Is
That would be
like,
sick.
that would be cool, right? Because it's like, I don't know. Like I remember, when Bart had his wedding, like it was a cool setup. There were like all these different homes, and in the middle there was a pool. And I think that kind of environment where you could just bring people together. They had an outdoor kitchen, and I can really see like just throwing like events and then get-togethers, and everyone gets together, and then you just fucking make a pile of food. You get down. Later, some people drink, some people get stoned, and then it's just chill. And I'm like,
It's a fun time.
yeah, dude, it's like we used to do that shit in high school and college, right? But it was so broke. It's like Taco Bell and a joint. You know? But then the older you get, now you could do things on a much better level. Like you fucking cook, you can make some good ass shit, you can potluck. And I'm like, man, how do we recreate that?
That is the problem.
JK days. We gotta do on JK.
Well, that's the problem with potluck, though, because I can't fucking make anything.
You don't have to, dude.
I had to go to Jack in the Box and buy 75 tacos.
Yo, the Christmas party was
75.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was tight.
That was great. We gotta do that more.
Yeah.
It's even better when Anthony's not around.
No, seriously, that made the whole party. Everyone kept talking about it.
Everybody was hyped.
Everyone kept talking about it.
It was his idea that he bailed on, his own idea that he kept like saying, man, we need to fucking have a Christmas party.
He turned down family for money, dude.
Well, no, he didn't want to spend money on a plane ticket because he was already going cheap on his house.
Jesus.
I know. So it's like you're just saving, but ultimately you still have to go cheap on your house.
At what cost, you know? Jeez.
Damn.
What do you fantasize about, Subin?
I just recent fantasize where I open the door and my kid's walking towards me with my dog in a green ass yard, you know?
Green
So-
yard?
It's just a green, you know, so your front yard's big as fuck. You just open the door, you have a coffee.
That sounds like Hawaii. You want something that green?
I know, but no, we can. There is. I saw one in Ventura.
Oh.
But
Over here?
yeah, in Ventura. But then open the door, a kid's running at you with a dog, and then I'm just like, and then go into my garage and start fabricating and welding.
So you don't even spend time with your kid?
Just walk right by him.
Yeah, I'm just no,
She's like, he's alive. That's cool.
I'll just look at him and be like, he's good.
You know what's funny?
I go weld.
We all have country ass dreams, but we're all city boys.
Hell yeah, dude.
So we're all fantasizing about country fucking life. It's like everyday life for people.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's city money that I that's why I'm here. City money is the best money for me.
Yeah.
Personally,
For most
city-
people, like
Yeah, absolutely.
like
I don't know if
country
I'm a
money.
country boy.
But also, like, what do we do in the city? Right? Like, what do we like to do that's in the city as far as
I like to leave the city.
yeah, me too.
I wanna leave
Yeah, right? Like,
I only like to, honestly, I only like to eat in the city, and then I'm out.
yeah. That's
I
it.
like to be where it's chill. I don't like to be where it's too
The city
much.
is convenient, right?
Yeah.
Like, for our ability to live and get things.
We're all here because the type of work and business,
Yep.
and it's just the opportunities.
That's all it is for me.
If I had like completely 100% remote job where I didn't have to like work, like you work at home, dude, I
Let's
would
say
for
you,
sure
let's
do
say
that.
you won a $10 million lottery.
Yeah.
Where would you live?
I'll probably go to Hawaii or the beach. Somewhere near
Yeah.
the beach. Like I'd probably go to Hawaii, dude.
Yeah, I think
Or
so, too.
something.
I'll see you there, neighbor.
So yeah, you know what I mean? Like
I ain't even got 10 mil, but I'm there.
that's me and Tiff's dream. Tiff is like, oh, I can't wait to like we gotta make this a lot of money so we go live in Hawaii or you know like or.
Hawaii is beautiful though.
Dude, Tiff watches these Hawaii real estate people. she can't stop watching it. Every time I come home, she's like, she's more in the know of the Hawaii real estate market than she is out here. Dude.
I don't blame her. Hawaii's great.
No, it's
I
the
follow
best.
a bunch of Hawaii real estate too.
That's my wife. She just sent me, look, Waipahu, or look, Waipio, and I'm just like,
What is that?
wow,
That shit's far.
yeah, she's far, babe.
Pearl City. What about Pearl City?
What up, guys? Thank you for watching us for so long. If you like what we do, please support our Patreon. Joe, tell them what we have to offer.
So every week you get 2 videos. One never released director's cut, and another one 2 half for YouTube, Patreon only. Every freaking week you get that, and you get access to our Discord where you can come chat with us.
And ask us questions that become episodes here, because we're gonna answer them and we're gonna take it seriously, and we wanna give you the responses that you want. So come stay connected with us, join our Patreon, click the description below for full details. Have you seen the homes on fucking Big Island though? They're really cheap.
Really?
Yeah, but
Then a volcano could burn it down.
not even just that. Like,
Big
there's no
Island.
freeway.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
It's just a street.
No freeway.
Yeah, it's one street all around the whole island, dude. Oh shit!
But it's like Vegas price. You get a home for like 300-400 grand.
Yeah.
On an acre.
It's beautiful out there.
I'm like, oh shit.
So the catch is that there's nothing there.
I mean, it's like buying a house in West Texas or something. There's nothing there.
you go to the national park. That's kind of nice.
There's blue water.
You're gonna just end up FaceTiming all your boys. Like, what up, yo?
I don't think I could ever live in a city that I wouldn't see interesting cars on the road.
Really?
What the fuck? That's so interesting.
Yeah, I like when I think about living somewhere, I'd have to live in a place where there was like a car meet or some kind of vintage meet, because that's one of my favorite things to do.
Where would be a place that wouldn't have interesting cars?
Like if you lived on Big Island or something.
Everything's a truck over there. Dude.
You're gonna just see Tacomas.
Sweet Tacomas.
There is car culture, but I would say you would
But
get
you'll
bored
find-
because
yeah,
you
you'll
know
know them
you
all.
would
Yeah,
know
you'll know
everybody
them
in
all.
1 year.
That's why I
Yeah.
think the number one thing about living in the city is surprises.
Yeah.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
When you're on the mainland, like you have other car clubs from other cities to come.
Yeah.
But I think when you're on an island, that's it. Like all the cars of the lowriders, that's all. Like they got 40
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You see the same
You
people.
see the same ones.
Yeah.
You go to one car meet and you meet the whole island for the rest of your life.
Like if you go to like Woodland Hills, you'll go to the car meet on Sundays, and the guys that are bringing their cars there, they have so many different ones that if the same guys came every week, the cars would still be different. Wow. Because like Jay Leno's bringing a different one every week. So like all these people, you just never see the same stuff. It's like really cool.
I saw the Batmobile, the Tumbler it was on the back of a truck, but when I was driving in Vegas, that was kind of sick.
Yeah.
I bet you their boat scene is different though.
yeah, they're both.
Oh, they probably got
Sweet.
sick.
Oh, man,
Hella boats.
If you're into boating, then yeah.
What's your dream car, dude? Speaking of fantasies.
I don't think I have a dream car. I think like it was the car that I have now, the Trans Am, yeah. Because I originally wanted a Trans Am. Well, originally I wanted a DeLorean, and then I did that. But then
They suck because of the maintenance shit.
yeah,
We've been watching Back to the Future so much. I'm like, dude, I kind of want a DeLorean.
it'll do it to you, man. It's that.
My buddy has a DeLorean. It's in the shop all the time. It's in the shop more than it's in his garage.
It'll be in the shop all the time. But then I wanted a Trans Am originally, and then I couldn't afford it. I ended up getting the Camaro, which is like the cheaper alternative, and then now I got lucky and found one.
You
at a
actually
nicer
got the
price.
one you wanted.
Yeah, the exact one with the sleeve.
Yours is sick though.
It's really cool.
The matte black on it.
Yeah.
Like it.
I like that. That's what I want to do. I think my fantasy in life is just to constantly rescue like cars people don't care about, make them nice, and then sell them to somebody who loves it. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
because like some people really are just like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna just junk this car. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna like scrap it for parts. But then there's some cars like people don't appreciate certain cars like this Trans Am because it's past the smog year. So like a lot of cars that are 1976 and above, they're not collectible to people. There's a lot of weird cars that just no one cares about, and so they just end up extinct.
Well, the cool thing about Southern California is that even if someone doesn't take care of their car, it still is survivable. Like if you're outside in a different state, they just leave it out.
Yeah.
That shit's a rust bucket.
Yeah.
That shit's fucked up. It's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets cancer.
As you get next to Venice Beach, you see that big time, like rusty fucked
Everything-
cars because of the salt in the air.
yeah.
Yeah. It's all oxidized or shit.
I think one of the dreams that I would have for a living situation is I would love to be able to shoot guns and ride a dirt bike in my backyard.
Country dreams,
That's tight.
city living.
I want a house with a movie theater in it.
That's pretty sick.
That'd be sick. And yeah, I want to shoot guns in my house too.
Inside.
Yeah. Well, you've seen those, right? Some of them. They got an indoor shooting range in their like basement.
When I was looking for like ballin' ass homes in Vegas, I saw 2 where they were selling houses that had shooting ranges in their basement.
That's pretty cool.
In the basement?
In the basement, yeah.
I've seen those.
That's so cool.
There's some Vegas homes that have fucking bunkers and shit. Like they're old mob bosses and they're scared that FBI was gonna raid them, so they built another house under the house. So once they're like, oh shit, they're not even here. But then they living underneath.
I like that shit too, where you're walking downstairs and the stairs lights turn on as you're walking.
I love that, like because our dreams are such country dreams. There's probably one guy in the country that is doing all of these things at the same time.
Oh yeah.
For like 80 grand.
Lucky bastard.
I want a basement with like all kinds of pinball machines in it.
Oh really? You're into like genuine
I
pinball?
like pinball, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That's an expensive hobby, man.
I know, it's fucking nuts.
You have a shooting range and then the pinball.
That's the next thing I want to really get into is shooting guns. Like I'm fucking when I see
You wanna get into pinball?
when I see you guys and pinball shooting pinballs, pinball machines.
That's expensive.
Love pinball.
That's something that I really want to like. I'm like, dude, I watch that and I'm like,
It's fun, dude.
I have to learn how to do this.
It's because like being a warrior is just who you are, bro. You're just a born warrior. You fight.
I feel like it's just skill acquisition, right?
Anyway,
It's like you're learning skills, and it's like whatever the modality is. Like I like the idea of just putting practice in every day and just getting a little bit better.
Better at
Sounds
something.
fucking yeah.
Have you shot guns before?
Yeah, I have. Hasagawa took me recently,
Oh, sick.
and he was teaching me like a little bit more.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, like way more mechanics, and like I learned what groupings are.
There you go.
You know, so I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I'm an
We're
expert.
getting pretty close.
Too bad Hasagawa sucks at airsoft though.
Yeah, dude, you wrecked him. The ghost of Kiev, the ghost of Kiev himself.
Nick, listen. The more you shoot guns, more hairy your balls get.
And my balls have no hair on them.
That sounds like
Almost
an old
hairless.
country grandpa saying.
Yes, sir. Shit's gonna be nice, man. You just feel the like, oh, fucking man.
You know what's a funny fantasy that like or something I fantasize about is like the games that I grew up on, like the video games, how some of them the franchises ended and they no longer continued. But then sometimes, like in this special case, a recent game came out called Double Dragon Gaiden, and what and so what they did was they took a lot of old characters that no one's even seen since like the 80s or 90s, and they brought them back and like expanded their like kind of like the lore around it, and it really feels like to see that and play that you really feel like in my mind like when I played it I was like, hello old friend.
The nostalgia, dude.
Or did 8-bit style, yeah. But the cool thing is that like these are characters that you thought were finished, like, oh, that's just a memory of my childhood. But then somebody cared to like make new art and new movesets and things that are dedicated to the stuff that some guy designed in like 1992.
You know, I felt that way when me and Jill first moved to Vegas and we're trying to build out like, our little podcast set.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put nostalgic things in there. And I remember my buddy Ryan had an old GT bike, like from a long time ago, that even when I knew in high school, because it was the bike that we would ride as elementary kids. And when I met him in high school, that was his most pristine thing. And I remember he kept it that way. So now that we were like 30 something, I asked him, I'm like, hey, can I borrow your bike that's in your garage I know you're never gonna use? I'm just gonna use it as a podcast set. Anytime you want, I'll give it back to you. And then he's like, oh yeah, sure. Because he wasn't gonna use it. When I went to his house to go pick it up, when I saw it, I was like, oh, hello, old friend. It wasn't even my bike. But you know what I mean? But you see that bike, and that bike represented so much. It represented like freedom on the streets.
Right.
And I was like, oh, god damn.
Emotional, yeah.
Yes, when I was like walking the bike through the house, like Tyka's like, oh, can I see? I'm like, get the fuck away. This thing's fucking worth more than your life.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Don't you dare scratch this thing.
I fantasize about those games that never got that attention, and hoping like I still look at these titles from like the 80s and 90s, and I'm like,
Double Dragon
somebody
was
please.
pretty popular.
It is, but then there's a lot of characters. There's so many
Side
like
characters?
characters that they just don't. Sometimes when they make a new Double Dragon, they don't pay attention to that, and then other times it's fan service times a million. And in this case,
That's how I feel about you ever play Smash Brothers?
oh, dude, great example of that.
You know Ness? I played Earthbound when I was a kid. So when I play on the Earthbound levels as Ness, I'm like, oh, this is so
Foresight?
cool. Oh, I know. And I'm like, man, what would it be like if they did like a game with all these graphics and like, but it was Earthbound? That'd be so crazy. But
Yeah, I wonder why they don't do that, huh?
I don't know. It'll never happen though. They seem to hate. Nintendo seems to hate that franchise for some reason.
They failed when they tried to do the 64 version.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they gave up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.